A man of lightning, a mind unbound, staring at these same shapes and seeing more than stone. Nikola Tesla was not content with what the world called answers. He believed the pyramids were more than monuments, more than graves. They were signals, resonating with the very pulse of the earth. For centuries, the Great Pyramid stood in silence, its secrets sealed within stone. But Tesla looked closer. He saw numbers, patterns, and currents that hinted at a forgotten truth. Tonight, we step into that silence, listening for what the ancients may have left behind. The weight of stone and silence. The Great Pyramid has always been more than stone. It weighs nearly 6 million tons, built from over 2 million blocks cut and placed with impossible care. Each piece, some as heavy as locomotives, was carried across deserts and rivers from quarries hundreds of miles away. Yet when fitted together, the joints are so precise that not even a blade can slip between them. For thousands of years, it was the tallest human-made structure on Earth. Its angles rise toward the sky as though reaching for something beyond our world. No machines, no steel cranes, no engines, and still it stands, perfect in its geometry, as if time itself dared not erode its shape. The question that echoes is not just how it was built, but why anyone would go to such lengths. What secret purpose demanded such size, such strength, such unyielding perfection? These stones do not only weigh on the desert, they weigh on our minds, pressing us to look beyond the surface and search for meaning buried deep within silence. Tesla's vision of the Earth. Tesla believed the Earth itself was alive with energy. To him, the ground beneath our feet was not silent rock, but a generator turning endlessly between magnetic poles. The sky above, the ionosphere, shimmered with hidden electricity waiting to be drawn out. He imagined a world where this power could be tapped and carried across continents without a single wire. In Colorado Springs, he built towers that reached into the heavens, testing the limits of wireless transmission. Sparks leapt into the night, lighting the plains with a glow that frightened his neighbors. He spoke of lighting cities without fuel, of ships powered by the air itself, of homes connected not by wires, but by waves moving through the earth. Tesla sketched designs shaped like pyramids, convinced that form and position mattered as much as machinery. He believed geometry could focus energy, that the secrets of the ancients might align with the science of tomorrow. His dream was not of riches, but of a planet illuminated freely for all. Yet, just as the pyramids stood mute in the desert, Tesla's towers were silenced, their promise buried with the man who dared to dream too far ahead. Numbers, patterns, and obsession. Numbers followed Tesla like shadows. He could not ignore them, could not live without them. To him, they were not just marks on paper, but keys that unlocked the rhythm of the universe. He became fixated on 3, 6, and 9. Before entering a building, he would circle it 3 times. His meals, his steps, even the rooms he chose to sleep in, all had to reflect his pattern. Many saw madness in these rituals, but Tesla saw order. He believed that these numbers held a secret link to creation itself. 3 stood for beginnings, 6 for balance, 9 for completion. Together, they formed a code that echoed in everything, from the spiral of galaxies to the structure of seashells. Mathematics, he insisted, was not invented by man. It was discovered, already written into the fabric of existence. 1 + 2 would always equal 3, whether on Earth or in the farthest star. Tesla's obsession was not just with numbers, but with what they revealed, a hidden harmony. And when he looked at the pyramids, He recognized the same code waiting silently in their design: ancient sages and carriers of knowledge. Long before Egypt raised its pyramids, older stories spoke of teachers who came from the waters. In Sumerian tablets, they are called the Seven Sages. They are drawn as men, yet dressed in the skin of fish, as if belonging to two worlds at once. In their hands, they carry small bags, always the same shape, always held in the same way. Archaeologists debate their meaning, but the repetition is striking. These same symbols appear thousands of years later at Göbekli Tepe, carved into stones that predate history. Across cultures, the image endures, a vessel, perhaps, or a token of shared knowledge. In Egypt, the gods do not carry bags, but they hold the Ankh, the sign of life itself. It suggests a thread, a link between different civilizations that may have spoken a common language of symbols. Perhaps these objects were not tools at all, but signs of belonging, marks of a hidden brotherhood that carried memory through floods, through wars, through time itself. And like Tesla's numbers, these images whisper of order, of knowledge passed on, waiting for us to remember. Osiris, Isis, and the Resurrection Code. Egypt tells of Osiris, a ruler loved by his people, betrayed and cut down by his brother Set. His body was torn apart. His life ended. Yet his story did not stop there. Isis, his devoted wife, gathered what remained. She sought not only to mourn, but to restore. Through rituals, hidden chambers, and knowledge now lost, she gave Osiris breath again. And from him came Horus, the falcon child of rebirth. Many believe the Great Pyramid was built only as a tomb. But what if it was more? The vast passages below the plateau suggest something deeper, as though designed for a purpose beyond burial. Ancient texts describe Isis using sacred codes, binding body and soul across the veil. Could the pyramid have been her instrument, a structure tuned to call back life? Stone chambers may have served as vessels, amplifying energies the ancients understood. Perhaps it was less a grave and more a machine of resurrection. In the story of Osiris, we glimpse the same theme Tesla pursued, that form, energy, and spirit might unite. The pyramid becomes not an end, but a threshold where death itself is challenged. Geometry, music, and the stars. The Great Pyramid is not just stone stacked toward the sky. Its design carries secrets hidden in lines, angles, and ratios. Each side bends slightly inward, making it an 8-sided figure rather than 4. The choice is too precise to be an accident. Within those angles appear numbers linked to constants of nature, the golden ratio, pi, and values that echo in mathematics across the world. Some researchers see in these patterns the idea of harmony, as if the builders were tuning the pyramid the way a musician tunes an instrument. Ratios like 3:2 and 4:3 mirror the intervals of perfect fifths and fourths in music. To them, the pyramid sings silently, resonating with the same frequencies that shape sound, waves, and even life. The monument also mirrors the heavens. Its alignment with true north is so exact that error is nearly impossible without advanced tools. Its scale reflects the dimensions of Earth itself, as though the builders encoded our planet in stone. Geometry, music, and astronomy meet here, reminding us that creation follows patterns. In the pyramid, the ancients may have left a message, that the universe itself is written in harmony, the language of the future. Words fade, but numbers remain. Civilizations rise and vanish, their languages lost, their stories broken. Yet mathematics endures. 1 plus 1 will always equal 2, whether spoken in Sumer, Egypt, or in another world far from ours. The builders of the pyramid seem to know this. Their monument is silent, yet it speaks through proportion and measure. Tesla believed the same. He imagined a future where humanity would not depend on fragile words, but on pure symbols that cannot be altered by time. Geometry, he thought, was the true script of the universe. With it, a thought could be carried across centuries unchanged. Perhaps this is why the pyramid still feels alive. Its shape is a message carved not in language, but in order. Its base, its height, its angle. Together, they form a sentence only numbers can read. To those who can see, the pyramid is not mute. It is a teacher, waiting for students who will understand that the future of communication is not sound, but structure. The ancients may have left us a library of stone, written in the only tongue the cosmos knows. The pyramid as a consciousness device. What if the Great Pyramid was not only about stone, numbers, or stars, but about the mind itself? Some suggest it was designed to shift human awareness. Inside its chambers, the silence is heavy, almost alive. The air feels different, as though the space was built to hold more than a body. The narrow passages and sudden openings create a rhythm, guiding those who walk through them into states of reflection. The geometry, aligned with the earth and sky, may have been meant to tune the human mind the way it tunes energy. To stand at its center is to feel both small and infinite at once. Tesla spoke of energy and frequency, but he also spoke of thought. He believed the universe itself was mental, that consciousness was part of the design. The pyramid, then, might be a bridge, not only between earth and heaven, but between the known and the unseen within ourselves. It may have been an ancient tool to awaken what lies dormant, inviting each traveler to remember the deeper patterns of existence. The Great Pyramid still waits in silence, its stones holding questions that refuse to fade. Tesla tried to listen, to see beyond stone into the patterns that shape all things. He believed the answers were never lost, only hidden in plain sight. Numbers, harmony, and consciousness, all bound within geometry too vast to ignore. Perhaps the builders wanted us to remember that we are part of something greater, that the universe speaks to us if we learn its language. The pyramid endures not just as a monument, but as a reminder to keep searching.